Anytime still, I'm not sure why he's deciding to not take an expansion. Maybe worried about the pure raw production at this stage. I feel like while he had those zealots out in the field, he didn't really need to dedicate that to that attack. Hero was a bit back. He'd go ahead, take that expansion, cannon it up, not worry about it. But now some zerglings flooding through, and I think he's lost the opportunity. There's that robotics facility being planted. Otherwise, the zerglings kind of pressuring that secondary. The zealots moving in once again, but they're not going to be able to do anything without a shuttle at the very least. He doesn't have any observers as well, and Hero's economy is going to be rolling in just a second here. It looks like he's running up and losing a zealot almost. I'm not sure what that was. That was just kind of a crappy maneuver, but producing a lot of Corsairs, and he's got, looks like, Weapons 1 running as well, so he can do a pretty quick transition here into some DTs and do a lot of damage. Let's see if he can slow down Hero's economy just by taking pure Overlords out. Still a couple Hydralisks out in there, but it's rather Hydralisk light army altogether, the Zealots running back to home base. But yeah, those Corsairs in that DT should be able to wreak a lot of havoc here because, again, not a lot of mobile detection. Looks like there are some Hydralisks underneath to try to protect, but I don't know that there's enough. It looks like, oh, never mind, quite a bit more than I was expecting. So, again, Hero with the nice anticipation skills. Maybe saw them moving out, but let's see if he can, wow, really well protected with those Hydralisks. And this is, I gotta say, this has been kind of local fare recently, Protoss versus Zerg, and it's just, I gotta say, been frustrating, I think, for Protoss players altogether. Feels like Zerg have just been so much better than them, and I think that's one of the reasons Zergs have been so successful, particularly with kind of the, granted there's been kind of some issues versus Terran with the mech in the mix, but I think Zerg have actually innovated some builds lately against that as well, with the late game Hydra, Plague, and Swarm. And now anytime taking that base, but I feel like it's a little bit late, and I don't know that he's going to be able to hold it all that well, because he's invested a lot in these Corsairs to not do a lot with them. That's, keep in mind, that's not High Templar, that's not Archons, that's Corsairs. They're not attacking ground, and if he's not going out and killing Overlords with these Corsairs, they're basically just wasted supply. They're not providing a lot for him. They're not doing what he really needed them to do. It looks like he does have a High Templar up on the high ridge, but you can see the forces already moving out for Hero, and I have a feeling this might just be an overwhelming attack force that's going to be able to press against this shortly. It looks like, yeah, he's investing a lot, just moving out. Is able to spot it with the Corsairs, but it might end up losing, and he's going to try to actually push back and make sure that they stay back. But I don't think that single High Templar is going to be enough yet to defend this, that single High Templar and those Zealots, but he is going to be able to come back. So very nice on his part, actually, able to cycle around and force those Overlords, force that attack force back, and that's going to allow him to get another High Templar out. Maybe get some more troops out in the field, just mostly Zealots right now, but still, Lurkers moving up with a large Hydralisk force. This is going to be really, really close. He's going to have to micro this basically perfectly. Beautiful Psystorm over the Hydralisks. Didn't dodge at all and lost, wow, quite a bit of an attack group right there. And it looks like both the Lurkers taken out as well. And that was just, I almost feel like poorly microed. But still, Zealots versus Hydralisks is going to be able to stop. Looks like they were able to halt something there. Maybe halt even an expansion. Still some, see those Corsairs start moving back in the mix. But looks like Anytime is going to be able to defend this quite nicely. Still getting harassed a bit on the front door. But I think he's, no, maybe not. Maybe not going to be able to get the cannons up. Still trying to press forward. Still trying to bring those Hydralisks back. But, Lurkers do manage to take more Lurkers coming in. It looks like he was going to persist with this attack, and it looks like he's actually going to be successful with it, bringing 4 more Lurkers up in the mix. And with just that single, 2 cannons, he's not going to be able to hold it. More Corsairs running up trying to do more damage, but that is too many Lurkers for those Zealots to handle, I think. Well, actually able to wipe them out rather rapidly, so nice, wow, just a nice little micro fight right there. But still desperately trying to secure this Nexus. The Nexus is up and mining now. And Hero actually back in the background, doesn't have any Overlords to help detect against this Dark Templar, and the Dark Templar kind of freaking out here a bit, and it looks like Hero is going to have to back off. That was a bit surprising there. I thought he was going to have a lot more success with this, maybe not burrowing his Lurkers in time and just taking a lot of free hits there on the front. Now, Anytime, knowing that basically a lot of Hydralisks were expended in that attack, starting to move out and be a little bit more aggressive with those Corsairs and just trying to build up on that front door. Hero going in with another large attack of Hydralisks and Lurkers. He has that level 1 Spines upgrade, so really dedicating to this attack and pushing up 3 cannons there and too many High Templar. He needs to back out of here. Otherwise, he might end up eating a lot of Psystorm. Never mind, they don't have any energy. 2 of them getting picked off, and that is devastating. There's finally a Psystorm catching a couple Hydralisks, but it's not going to be enough, and they're going to be able to completely wipe out that natural expansion. I think that is game. So so fail once, fail twice, try again. He ends up taking it. This time pushing in. Just too many Hydralisks, going to brutalize that northern base. Now establishing that line with the... and this is... it looks like there's Dragoons on the front, but not enough. GG. And yeah, really, I'm surprised Anytime defended that as long as he did, to be completely honest. But well played by Hero. And it looks like like in the winners bracket, we are going to be seeing Daezang ended up losing Flash versus Hero. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't talk all of a sudden. Enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.